So I just have a question for the group, more of an integrity issue that I'm struggling with personally. So, I cover the state of Oregon, and I was asked for a quote. I gave a quote. My person was not available in a timely manner. With my dog. And so we ended up, and my assistant ended up calling the sheriff's department. Sheriff's department took it, served it within a timely manner. Everything was fine. Of course, they only charged $50. Well, I'd already quoted the client, for 175. Well, that's when I thought my person was going to be available. They still sent us photos. They still, did everything that we would have done. So that was great. However, I haven't billed the client yet because I struggle with the fact that we paid somebody $50 and then turn around and charge 175. Now, we still managed it. We still found them. We still, did everything that we would have done. So is that still ethical? I mean, I don't know. I'm struggling with it.
I'd love to hear what everyone else thinks. But really quick, Dawn, I would love, let me just give you my Cash App. What I want you to do is, this is going to ease your burden. Okay. Whenever you charge someone 175, you want to make 25, you just send me the 100. Okay. Mike Reed. Okay, let me see. See, this is my code here. There you go. Mighty Mike Reed. I think this is business, and if you can find somebody and they trust you, like we'll charge sometimes someone to do the same day. We charge $500 for the same day, and we should do nationwide. And we do that because I know I need that margin, because some people will charge me $375 and it's out in the middle of nowhere. Right. But then sometimes it's in the city and they charge me $25. See what I mean? So there's a balance of profit and loss that sometimes is carried, sometimes isn't. So I'd love to hear what everyone else thinks, though.
Okay, I guess I'm going to start. I would say you went ahead and got the job done. You did what was expected to do. So you charge them the way you coded. Okay. I mean, it was the sheriff's department, but hey, you're the one that got the sheriff's department to go out there and do it.
True.
Go ahead. You're going to say something?
Me? Oh. Are you afraid that they're going to look up the sheriff's rate and complain, or what's your fear behind it?
I think so, because my assistant did the affidavit, and like he put Sheriff Jeremiah, blah, whatever his last name was. And so I told her, I'm like, if we ever have to do this, do not leave the word sheriff or deputy on there. All we need is their name. And it was an attorney. So I think that's what bothers me more than anything, is that it's an attorney that could have easily done the same, but they didn't. So I guess, yeah. I mean, it's an integrity thing, and I don't know if I'm overthinking it or what.
Well, the sheriff thing does add another element to it that I think maybe you could tell them, hey, just so you know, in the future, we use the sheriff for this area, and you can use them directly in the future. I will not be upset, but because we're doing it, it is $175, just so you know, or whatever.
Okay.
Natasha, you had something?
It's kind of where I was going to go, because you did the work. You did go and ask the sheriff to do it. They did it. Yes, your assistant put that it was a sheriff that did it. And if this is a dedicated client to you, I am 99.9% sure they're going to trust your judgment in finding someone to get the job done. whether it was somebody that you outsourced it to, one of your team players, or the sheriff. And sometimes your hands are tied and you still got to get the job done. And if you feel like you should say something, then you should. But honestly, you got the job done and you did it in a timely manner. And I doubt if the client is going to look at it to that point where, oh, well, I can just go to the sheriff, especially if they're a dedicated client to you. They're always going to look for you to do it and get the job done properly.
And you
Yeah.
problem solved. We are problem solvers.
True.
So yeah, they could have called the sheriffs, but could they have gotten them to work and move as quickly? That's how I get most of my clients, because especially in the rural areas, the constables and sheriffs do not move as quickly. So you perform the service, you deserve your pay.
Yeah, and then there's this idea too that if the sheriff didn't do it and they returned it to you and they went every day at 1 o'clock for 3 days in a row, no weekends, no evenings, you know, there's a level too where you might have had to swallow the $40, hire somebody else to go make attempts in the evening. And that's happened to us. That's happened to me like regularly. That happens.